Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. As you can see, there are several things going on this morning. Up on the second floor, finally we're getting that granite threshold being installed between the French doors, between the master bedroom and the lanai. Glad that's going in. You see, we went back to pink again. We're back to pink on the cabinetry that's in the breakfast nook inside there. But that's okay, because I knew there had to be some more work that had to be done on that area, because the finish just wasn't the finish of the cabinetry that's above it. So that's again, so they're probably doing that, and they'll be doing more of the brown staining inside there. You see down in the basement a little bit more work filling in that gap on the door jamb for the garage door inside the basement, and then on the back of the house, the deck railing, continuation of that saga. We'll see how far we get along with that. Well, anyway, our foreman, our main carpenter here, Kimpy, he asked for some 3-inch lag bolts to secure those platforms that we put in yesterday, the platform between the first floor and the second floor in the stairways. He asked for some 3-inch lag bolts. So I'm going to run to the hardware store, very close here to the subdivision, go pick those up, and then we'll come back and we'll try to maintain sanity on this craziness we call building. Well, it's after lunchtime right now. The crew are back to work. I actually had to go inside and I had to do the whistle, the noontime 1 o'clock whistle at the end of the day, and everybody woke up from siesta, and they are starting because you can hear the noise in the background. We had visitors yesterday. Remember, we had an unexpected visitor yesterday, and we had the coordinated visit yesterday. We also have a visit today, and it was also a coordinated visit. We received some correspondence from our friends here. So anyway, I want to introduce you to our friends who are visiting us here today, and I'm going to let you introduce yourselves.
I'm Mel Hill from Arkansas.
Marna Hill from Arkansas.
And
Hi, I'm Len from Los Piñas.
Los Piñas?
Come on.
Come on, man.
And Shy. But anyway, thank you guys for coming and visiting us today. Talk about where you're originally from, Arkansas, but tell us about the Philippines, about where you're at in the Philippines.
Okay, you want to tell her?
No, you tell me.
Okay. My wife, Myrna, she's from Aritao, which is in Nueva Vizcaya, about 150 miles northeast of Manila. And I've been stationed at Arkansas for the last 35 years, but originally from Wisconsin.
So when did you come over to the Philippines?
We got here 2 weeks ago, and I'll be leaving next week, and Myrna, she's staying for another 5 weeks.
Staying with your family, I bet. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So what have you been doing in the couple of weeks that you've been here?
Oh, we spent a week in Las Piñas, Manila.
Yeah.
And then last week we went up to her family's hometown and just looked around, went to a waterfall, and
Oh, waterfall.
just look at the scenery.
Ah.
You know.
Did you take pictures?
Love the mountains.
You got pictures of the waterfall?
we
I got to.
got-
Did you bring them with you?
Oh yeah.
I want to see the picture. That is one of the things that I love doing. I love going to anything that has to do with water. That's why we're going to build in the backyard. We're going to build a koi pond back here in the back. We're going to put in like a 20,000 liter koi pond in the back with boulders and a waterfall and everything like that. But I always love, one of the things I can't wait to do, I'm so consumed with the job, with working every single day. I don't get to go on vacations. But one of the things that I love about the Philippines that I've seen in all the brochures and all the videos are these wonderful waterfalls that you see coming over, cascading down the mountainsides and the rock formations and stuff like that. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing also. So I'm kind of hoping when we get the koi pond in the back, that the koi pond has that splashing sound of the water, gentle, so it'll be nice and relaxing here as well.
Well, when we get settled in, you can come and visit us.
Okay, all right, sounds good. You're looking for property where? Way up north by Clark?
Yeah, it's 150 miles northeast.
And you think about building up there?
Yeah.
Think about building up
We're going
there?
to retire up there. I like the mountains, the
Yeah.
scenery.
Yeah. Is it cool?
I'm not a city boy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a city boy either. That's even. This is as close to the city. Being in Lipa, Lipa is the biggest city that I really want to be close to. But it's nice to have the conveniences in the city to do things. But I also like the privacy, and I like the quietness about being out, and also I like the larger lots that you have out here that you can plant. You can do some
We're looking
farming.
for at least 1,000 meters. I'd like to get a hectare.
Yeah.
You know, buy a hectare of, you know, probably like just a mountain, high land. You know, not rice fields.
Yeah, yeah. Wonderful. Hey, I had to ask you that question that we were talking about before, and I don't know the answer because you didn't tell me the answer. How'd you guys actually meet?
I was TDY to Clark, and I went over to a co-worker's house, and she was a nanny over there with one of my co-workers at Clark. You know, and so when she was off, we'd go out and just around the town and do stuff, and then after the TDY was over and I went back to the States, I called her up and says, "Hey, you want to come to the United States and we'll get married?" You know? And then so it took us 9 months to do the paperwork, and she arrived in January in Arkansas, and there was snow on the ground, and she arrived in her Filipino clothes, you know, shorts and, you know, no coat, no nothing. And so we're driving to the house, and she's looking around and she's like, "How come all the trees died?" So after we was together for about a month, I said, well, we better go check to see about getting married because you only got 90 days. And so we went to the courthouse to see what kind of things we had to do, you know, get some information and stuff. And the clerk, she got all excited. She says, "Well, today's Valentine's Day. You need to get married today." So I went into the courthouse to get some information. And I walked out a married man. Which means we have a shout out right. We have a live shout out here today. A live shout out for the two of you guys. And we've been married 29 years today.
29 years today. But anyway, a big shout out to the two of you. Happy anniversary. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful story. That's great. And he did mention today is Valentine's Day, and something that we have to do. We have to give a big shout out to all the people who are in love, all the people who are married. Everybody together out there, because this is a special day to be with the one that you love. So anyway, yes. So anyway, to all of you and to everybody here and you too, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. we were fortunate enough to have our wonderful guests here today, and they brought some really neat gifts. And one of the gifts is a bottle of wine, and and this bottle of wine is from.
Well, it's Italian wine from HEB.
And that's great. And we're going to let you actually put it inside our new wine rack over here. Yeah. our first wine gift in our wine rack.
Is it good?
Oh, it'll fit. If not, we're gonna. I want to thank you guys for coming and visiting us today, and driving a long distance and spending some time with us, enjoying some relaxing time here as well. And I
enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Get out.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for visiting too. We're going to see our friends off, and then we will get back to the work that's going on around here. We'll do a checkup on the folks in the back that are doing the deck railing. We'll look at what we've been waiting for such a long time to get the effect, the wood grain effect on our beam that's going up from our stairway. And then we'll see what else is going on upstairs as well. Now that our guests have gone, there's something that I wanted to bring up with you, and that is our design for our ironwork for our stairway going from the first floor to the second floor that goes underneath the handrail. I asked my builder to send me some examples of where he shops and some of the examples of some of the ironwork that he uses for his stairways, and he sent me this. So then my builder said, go ahead and choose 2 of the 3 design styles there that he gave me pictures for. And then what his plan was to use, I believe it was to use 2 of the designs on each one of the steps as they go up. Well, I got to thinking about it, and I've looked at some other stairs that were designed at some other people's houses that I took pictures of, and I came up with my own design. And let me show you what I'm thinking about doing. And I sent this, and it doesn't use the 2, it uses all 3 of the designs. So what I sent him was this. I said, let's go ahead and do it like this. But there's 3 designs. There's a ironwork that has 1 decorative piece in the center, 1 ironwork that has a decorative piece on the top and the bottom, and then 1 ironwork that has the main design right here. I hope the wind isn't blowing too much and messing with the microphone here. So I said, what we'll do, we will skip every other one of the wood steps inside there, and we will do the full mounting on every other one using the main decorative design. So it would be like this one, a 2, a main decorative design, a 2, 1, 2, main decorative design, 2, 1, 2, main decorative design, 2. So the 2 on the ends will match. And then the securing point will be every other step, 1, and then this one, and then this one right here, and then this one you'll be able to see right through. It actually creates a really nice effect, and it doesn't have too much ironwork all over the place, and it also gives you the security that you need for your side railing. I'm waiting for him to get back with me, but this is the design I would like to have built for our stairs going from the first floor to the second floor. Well, it is the end of the workday. It's raining outside, very light rain, but we haven't had rain. Remember I said it's almost like a drought here. It's just the light type of rain that you need for putting new sod in. Speaking of sod, we were supposed to have our additional sod put in today. We were promised by our landscape crew that on Wednesday we were going to get the remainder of the sod for around the Bahi Kupo and for around the east side of the house. Well, we received a message about 10:45 this morning, said that there was going to be a delay, but there was a no-show instead of a delay. So we'll be patient, and we'll see if maybe tomorrow our landscape crew will show up with the additional sod. Speaking of things that need to get done, let's talk about what needed to get done today. Well, remember we had people working in each one of the specific areas around the house. We had somebody working in the deck railing down in the basement area. We had somebody working up on the second floor on the, what was it? It was the cabinetry inside the master bedroom where the breakfast nook is. We had somebody working inside the second story inside the master bedroom in that area between the lanai and the bedroom, which was our tile guy who's putting down the threshold, the granite threshold. That was being done. I think there was one other thing that was being done today. What was the other thing? You remember what the other? I'm missing something. Oh, the big. what I'm going to call the highlight of our day here at Villa Feliz. You remember I've been waiting for such a long time for them to start doing that wood grain staining of the beam for the floating stairs, and that got done today. So what I did was I captured a little bit. So let's take a look at what got done in each one of those phases. Let's start up at the second floor. Up on the second floor, we have that that granite threshold, that black granite threshold that was put in, and that indeed did get put in today, and it got set inside concrete. Also, we have that cabinetry work that went from, I thought was almost a closure of brown wood looking type of a stain. We went back to pink again. Don't know. Then let's look at that thing that I'm calling the highlight of today. The highlight of today that I am so happy that my only giggly part of any of the construction that got done today, and it was the beginning of the wood grain looking stain on the beam on the stairs, and it actually looks really good. I'm very happy with that. If it goes from that, I'm not quite so happy with the quantity that got done. I think the entire thing could have been accomplished today, because I've seen this team strip and redo an entire fascia and stain it inside this in this type of a method in one day. So this is what we got done today. This is what 8 hours got us today for our finishing guy. Also, let's see, the deck railing, another big disappointment today. I expected to close out on the deck railing, at least in one area or the other, either in the stairwell area in the back or on the front porch. Well, we only did the horizontal rails, basically the handrail and the base rail inside there, in both of those areas. None of the spindles got put in between. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see if tomorrow brings us more deck railing. I hope so. I would think this is something I would think if you had a team that did deck railing, that did this kind of stuff, work with composite, and you brought them in, it's a one-day job for the entire house. Anyway, and the last, that's it. That's actually all of it. So what we're doing now, we're preparing. It's date night. It's Valentine's Day. So Ness and I are preparing to go out to dinner together and relax and hopefully put away the stresses from the daily ho-hum of building here at Villa Feliz. And hopefully tomorrow is a better day and we have a more productive day. I tried to contact my builder today and ask him some questions about some building materials, as well as the pebble epoxy that's going to be going around to do. We need to get the patios and the lanais completed, but I was unsuccessful with receiving a answer to my ring-a-ling-ling on my phone today. Maybe tomorrow. So anyway, let's head out. Let's go enjoy the night while we can. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, you know what? We didn't talk about before we close. Before we close for today, I'd like to thank Melvin and Myrna for coming down and visiting us from up north. It was a wonderful visit to have them come down and share some old tales about Arkansas and about things, life here in the Philippines. So, and the wonderful gifts that they brought along with them as well. Do we have any shout-outs for today?
Yes.
We have some shout-outs. We have some shout-outs. We have to do a shout-out. Hold on before we close for today. And we have one special anniversary shout-out today, and the anniversary shout-out goes to Christy and Louis Lingat, who are celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary today on Valentine's Day. How special is that? Anyway, the couple, they're actually living in, and let me get this right, the name is Pandacan, Manila, but they're originally from Malvar in Batangas here. So anyway, to Christy and Louie, we want to wish you a very special happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
So we're really going to close for now for the day so we can get out on our date for the night. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream Heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed and you will be notified the next time we upload a new video. So until tomorrow, you have a wonderful and blessed Valentine's Day.